Hi, I'm Val, your favorite English teacher. Remember, welcome to my YouTube channel. Choose any video and play it in the background while cooking, cleaning, driving, doing anything else if you want to have some extra English in your life. Today, I want to talk to you about children, but not human children. I don't have children. But I'm a proud cat mom, I'm definitely a cat person. Maybe it's because I've always had a cat at home. I love cats. I like people who like cats. I am always very cautious, and this is actually my life advice. Be very cautious, be very careful of people who don't like animals. I know it's not a problem if you're a dog person, a cat person. Some people are allergic, but they're allergic. Some people are afraid because they have some kind of, emotional trauma or something like this, and that's understandable, no problem. But people who say, I hate animals, or I don't like animals, or, stray animals should be, these people are scary. I truly believe that people who don't respect a life, it's a precious life. If it's not a human, it doesn't mean that it doesn't want to live this life. Try to ask your friends and your family if they like animals. Just a simple question, do you like animals? And I'm sure some answers will really surprise you. When I lived in Russia, I always fed stray cats, and I even created little homes for them for winter. I remember I even started a challenge. Motivated, influenced my neighbors, and after I started doing this, some other people also joined me, and they created an amazing home. In summer, it worked as a rabbit house. There is this park and little park in our neighborhood, and people had rabbits in summer because cats don't need a home in summer. But in winter, they transformed. Rabbits went away, and they transformed these big wooden house into a cat house for the winter, and it was an amazing thing. I'm really proud of that. I think this is one of the biggest things that I've done in my life, because no one cared about cats before I started. Like, no one did anything. No one fed them. No one cared about a home for them or anything like that. As I said, it was a park, and I was just walking around and feeding cats when I saw them. And when you live in the same neighborhood for years, you have the same people walking in the park at the same time, the same day, because people have their routine and their schedule. I would go to this park and feed the cats, and the same people would see me there. After some time, I noticed that some moms who were walking with their children started bringing some cat food as well. And because it's super logical. They go to this park every day to walk with their children. So why not have a little packet of cat food? And if you meet a stray cat, just give it the food. It was very simple, and I saw people started doing this, and young moms with their children started feeding the cats as well. It was such an amazing feeling, you have no idea. And I knew that if I don't go to the park today, there will be some other people who will do it for me, instead of me. And it's an amazing community-like feeling. I really enjoyed being a part of it. And the same happened with the homes. Some people transformed this rabbit house into a cat house only after I created a separate little house. The way I could, it wasn't good, it wasn't perfect, but I did what I could, and I put it there just outside. It was just some kind of a cover for the cat, because winters get really cold and wind can be very strong and cold and freezing. Like, cats really can be freezing because of the wind, not so much because of the low temperature, but because of this wind. So I created some kind of a cover for them. Someone saw that and they changed my little idea into one big idea. It was an amazing feeling. I'm super happy I did it. And when we came here, when we moved to Turkey, first of all, the country of cats, right? So people here take care of animals without me. But I continue feeding stray cats. I was thinking about making like some kind of a home maybe, or a house, or like building something. But again, people have been doing it here without me. I saw many different really houses for cats, and they even put little curtains on the door, like as a door, they have a hole for the cat and a little curtain. It was the cutest thing, and I'm very happy to see it every time I see it. My heart just melts because I think it's so nice and it's so simple. The company where I work, they buy cat food themselves every time. At the reception we have some cat food and even some dog food, and cats and dogs of the neighborhood, they know that if anything they can come here and someone will feed them. This is an amazing thing. I think more people should do it, definitely. So let me tell you the story of our cats, of my cats. When I moved out of my parents' place, I moved in with my boyfriend at the time. We had a cat with my parents, but it was always considered mine. When we got her, very short time before that, we had lost our previous cat, and my mom especially, she was very skeptical. She wasn't really ready to accept another pet, because our previous cat had been with us for many years and she really was a part of a family. But my father worked at a factory and they had kittens there, and one day he just brought this cat home, pure white, completely white, and I fell in love with her. And she lived with us, but then I moved out and I took her with me. She was my cat, she still is, she's mama's girl, and we lived together with her. Then after years, I moved to Turkey, and because of this process, it wasn't really, a prepared decision. It was really we were in a rush to go, and we couldn't take her with us because we didn't know what would happen. We didn't know where we were going. We were basically running away. We didn't know if we would have the opportunity to move in with an animal right away. So it was complicated and we had a lot of things to solve. So we decided to wait a little bit, and she stayed in Moscow. We moved to Turkey, and a couple of months she was there, we were here, and I was very upset. I was missing her like crazy. Our friends took care of her back then, and they would send us videos and pictures, and my heart was just shattering every time I saw her. I missed her so much. It was never a question, take her with us or leave her there. No, the question was only when. It was only a matter of time. I set this goal. I said no. I don't care what happens, but my cat, my child should be with me. So a couple of months later, we managed to get her. She flew on a plane. She is such a brave little girl. She flew on a plane. She arrived. I got her here. I was so happy. You have no idea. I think I'm gonna cry just, thinking about it. It was very sweet. And for some time, we lived just with her. She was getting used to everything. She forgave us eventually. She was mad at first for leaving her, for, making her go through all of this stress. But eventually she came around and she forgave us and everything was okay. After some time, we had a situation at work where there was a cat and she gave birth to 4 kittens. 4. My boyfriend started saying like, hey, maybe we want to adopt one, maybe we should take one. I wasn't sure about our cat, how she would react. I didn't want to put her under any more pressure. So instead, we were trying to find a home for these kittens. We were asking people, asking students, asking like everyone basically. Maybe someone would want to adopt them. No one did. And at some moment, the cat, the mom, just took off with 2 kittens. She took 2 kittens and just disappeared. 2 kittens stayed and 2 kittens were gone. We still don't really know what happened to them. So there were 2 kittens now. And my boyfriend was looking at me like, that's a sign. Come on. For me, it was crazy. No, we can't adopt 2 cats right away. Like, okay, 1 maybe, but 2 right away, so we will have 3 cats? That's crazy. So I was still, trying to find a home for this. Now it's just 2 kittens. It should be easy, right? But I don't know. It was fate. It was really fate. The timing wasn't right for anyone. Everyone said, oh, I would love to, but now I can't. Oh, I would love to, now I can't. Oh, I would love to. I have just taken a cat or something like that. So everyone said no. And at that moment, these kittens, they were protected. They were in a home. They were with their mom and everything was kind of okay. They were growing up step by step. Everything was fine. But then at some moment, it appeared that mom kind of abandons them from time to time and they are alone by themselves outside and there are dogs. So we just, I don't know, for me it was a moment of realizing that it's dangerous for them. It's just dangerous. They're very little. They were what? Yes, baby, I'm talking about you. So yes, suddenly I just realized that it was dangerous for them to be there. Yes. Eventually I gave up and I said, okay, then probably it's the fate. I also now can't really sleep knowing that they are there outside at night by themselves in this dangerous world full of other cats or hungry dogs or something. So I said, okay, bring them in. And he did. And my boyfriend brought them home. We cleaned them, we washed them, and now we have 3 cats. The older cat is a girl. Her name is Masa. The 2 twins, kind of brother and sister, 1 boy, 1 girl. They're Missy and Sheldon. If you watched The Big Bang Theory, you will understand the reference. Because they're twins, because they're brother and sister, and because we love this TV show, we thought, that's the perfect combination, Sheldon and Melissa. So her full name is Melissa, but we call her Missy. By the way, she doesn't like them. She didn't like them then when they were little balls. She doesn't like them now. They don't play together. Very, very rarely. But very often they, chase each other around the house, around the apartment. I choose to believe that it's a good sign. But they never cuddle, they never go, too close to each other. There is this jealousy when the younger ones, for example, come to me. The older one gets jealous. You can see it. She's very unhappy. But I hope eventually she'll come around because I think it's getting better. I can see that she started behaving a little bit different. It takes her very long time, more than a year and a half of getting used to, but I think step by step, like very slowly, but she's changing her behavior and she's adapting to the situation and she will be fine eventually, I hope so. Do I regret taking them? Not for a little second. No, definitely not. We talk about it all the time that how could we even live without them before? And now the house, the apartment, the home is full of positive emotions because they play with each other. We play with them. The older cat became more affectionate because she has to, because now there is a competition for attention. And I can see that really 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, she used to be a little different. She used to behave in a different way in, some situations. No regrets, definitely. I love my cats. They are really my babies. You can hate me for this in the comments or, in your mind that I say that they're my children, but I honestly believe that it's very important to take pets as seriously as you would take the kids, because it's a responsibility. You can't just, have a child and then say, oh, you know what? I'm moving to another country. I'm not taking this child with me, right? People wouldn't even consider that that's a child. You have to take him or her. But with cats or with pets, sometimes people are really stupid. Like, oh, I'm moving to another country. I'm leaving it outside. Some people, when I see stories of people leaving their pets outside, just betraying their trust, I cannot. I'm gonna start crying now. You have this dog next to you, petting it, or yesterday you were saying good boy, good girl, like, yeah, having some fun, and today you're driving away, leaving this baby outside. How does it not kill you inside? How does it not damage you inside? How do you live with yourself? How can you sleep at night knowing that your pet, a pet that trusted you the most, I'm gonna start crying. They don't have anybody else. They have only you. And you just leave them? I didn't mean to cry, what the hell? Anyway, I don't understand people like that. I never will. And that's why I truly believe that pets should be taken as seriously as children, because it's a responsibility. So now I have 3 cats, and before I took 2 more, I considered everything, and we talked about it with my partner, and we discussed it, and I told him that, that we are not abandoning them anyhow, anyway, at any moment. If we're moving, I don't know, to another country, to next country or something, we're taking them with us. There is no way we're leaving them anywhere, even giving them away. No, they are mine. They trust me. They know me. People who think that they're just toys and you can just throw them away and play with them and do whatever you want to do with them, these kind of people really scare me. So I hope there are fewer and fewer people like that in the world. Hopefully we can do that by, teaching people around us some compassion, some love. When you do something nice, when you do something good, you set an example. Some people will always notice. Some people will always see. Anyhow, I'm going into philosophy. This was not the point. I didn't intend to make this video philosophical or anything. In the comments, let me know if you're a cat person or a dog person. Let's see who we have more. Don't forget to like this video. It will help my YouTube grow, and definitely subscribe if you want to see more videos like that. See ya!